So here we have some examples of collages of various different shapes and qualities. If we look at this first example, we have somebody who has collected a few appropriate objects, but although the shape of this animal is well cut out, the objects and how they've been stuck down, you can see gaps where he has not allowed the objects to overlap the drawing. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's one below what he should have. A little bit scruffy because he's got a wrapper sticking out there. So this is a typical example of developing where, although some aspects are good, there are other aspects which have not been done well. If we look at another example here, we have again the shape of a turtle cut out. Pretty well cut out. There's a few scraggy edges, but very few. He has got a leaf stuck down there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 objects stuck down. So he's done what we've asked him to do. This is a straightforward secure. Well cut out, stuck down neatly, a reasonably good selection of objects, perhaps secure plus. If we look at these two, which take us into the excellence, first of all, we have a wider range of objects stuck down, more challenging lettering, obviously more difficult to paint, a more difficult shape which has been cut out, a good arrangement. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 objects. So that would be a clear example of an excellence collage. And if we look at one more example here, again, shape equally so difficult, I would say. Excellently cut out, very sharp lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 objects with this little leaf there. Good selection of objects. He has to blend from red to purple here. He's got some fine detail in some of the lettering here. Bit of blending from dark blue to light blue there. And again, more difficult colors to mix here. And lastly, obviously, the details in the leaves as well. So these two finishing off are good enough to achieve excellence for the collage part of this project, which is worth 25% of the marks. Finally, if we look at two further examples, these are two examples where I would say the individuals have actually stuck down either too many objects or objects which are too difficult. So for example, there's lots of things here to paint. It seems quite complex. Could have printed out slightly bigger wrappers. What's he got? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got about 14 or 15 objects stuck down. I think he's just making things more difficult for himself, although it is well cut out, and if he does paint it to a high standard, it is still capable of getting a very high mark. Whereas if you look at this example, here it's not so much a case of too many things stuck down. There are things which are a mistake to have been chosen. So for example, the background of this Lucasade could be quite difficult, but could actually provide him opportunity that if he paints it well, get a higher mark. The mistake is this Vimto wrapper, because not only is the lettering small, but he has to paint these about 10 times, which seems a bad choice of objects.